Today we are going to discuss about the capacitance of a single phase overhead line. Okay, before going to explain the single phase overhead line capacitance, first what is the potential at a charge to single conductor? Okay, consider a long straight cylindrical conductor A. Okay, this is the cylindrical conductor A. Okay, the cylindrical conductor A of radius r meters. This is the radius r meters and having a charge of q coulombs. Okay, its charge is q coulombs per meter of its length. Okay, consider a cylinder A. Okay, consider a cylinder A of radius r meters and charge is the q coulombs. Okay, the electric field intensity at a distance x meters from the conductor. Okay, this is the conductor at x meters distance. We consider a 1 point P. Okay, let us calculate the what is the electric field intensity at a distance x meters from the conductor A or center of the conductor. Okay, that is equal to the q by 2 pi epsilon naught epsilon r x. Okay, that is equal to the q by 2 pi epsilon naught epsilon r x volts per meter. Okay, this is the electric field intensity at a distance of x meters from the center of the conductor. Okay, this is the electric field intensity at a distance x meters from the center of the conductor. Okay, in that E is the electric field intensity and Q is the charge in coulombs and X is the distance between the center of the conductor to the point P. Okay, the potential difference between the conductor A and infinity distance neutral plane, a plane where E and therefore potential is zero. Okay, therefore the potential difference between the conductor A and a distance P. Okay, what is the potential difference between the conductor A and the distance P? Okay, that will be a plane where E is and therefore the potential is zero will be equal to work done in being a unit positive charge. Okay, therefore then we calculate the electric field intensity at a point x meters from the conductor. Okay, therefore then we obtain the potential difference, that is VA is equal to the integral r to infinity. Okay, r is the radius of that conductor and that is the to r to infinity distance. Okay, infinity distance. Okay, therefore then we are taking the limits as the r and infinity. Okay, what is the electric field intensity? That is q by 2 pi epsilon naught x into dx. Okay, 2 pi epsilon naught epsilon r x into dx. Okay, then integrate with respect to the x. Okay, then integrate this x. Okay, then the potential at a charged conductor in a group of charged conductor. Okay, this is the potential at a okay, this is the potential at a charged conductor. So only we are having the one conductor A. Okay, that in that conductor A, what is the potential is there? That will be VA is equal to q by 2 pi epsilon naught integral r to infinity dx by x. Okay, when we are taking the group of charged conductors, then how much the potential is there? Okay, that will be calculated in this derivation. The potential at a charged conductors in a group of charged conductors. Okay, we are taking the group of charged conductors. Okay, consider a group of long straight conductors, that is A, B, C, D, E and so on N. Okay, in the previous case we are taking only the conductor A and then we calculate the potential difference, that is VA. Okay, but in this case we are taking the n number of conductors. Okay, n number of conductors. Okay, having a charges of Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, Q5 and so on, Qn coulombs. Okay, A, B, C, D, E and so on, N conductors are there. Each conductor are having the charges are Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, Q5 and so on, Qn coulombs per meter length. Okay, next, this is the diagram for that group of N number of conductors. Okay, this is the conductor A and B, C, D, E and so on N. Okay, the distance between conductor A to B is the D1 meters and the distance between conductor A to C is the D2 meters. The distance between conductor A to D is the D3 meters and A to E is the D4 meters and so on A to N. Okay, the distance between the A to N is the Dn minus 1. Okay, the distance between A to N minus 1, A to N is the D minus 1. Okay, and so on, the distance between the nth conductor, that is A to N is the Dn minus 1. Okay, this is the conductor. Various conductors are different distances. Okay, that will be displaced at a different distances, that is D1, D2, D3, D4 and so on, Dn minus 1. Okay, then we calculate the potential difference. Okay, then we calculate the potential difference for that conductors. Okay, therefore the potential of a conductor A due to its own charge, okay, that already derived in the previous derivation, that is integral, sorry, that is VI is equal to Q by 2 pi epsilon naught integral R to infinity dx by x. Okay, this is the potential difference at a charged conductor A. Own potential difference. Okay, this is the potential of a conductor A due to its own charge Q1. Own charge Q1. Okay, therefore VA is equal to R to infinity Q1 by 2 pi epsilon naught dx by dx volts. Dx by x volts. Okay, therefore the potential of a conductor A line, the field due to the charge Q2 extends from the infinity of a distance of D1 from the conductor A. Okay, due to the C, B, C, D, E up to N conductors having there is some potential differences between this conductor to the up to N conductors. Okay, then we calculate that is integral D2. Okay, what is the distance between the conductor B2? Okay, the distance between the conductor C to A is the D2. Okay, then we calculate the integral D2 to infinity. What is that C conductor charge? That is Q3. Okay, C conductor charge is Q3. That's why we taking Q3 by 2 pi epsilon naught dx by x volts. Okay, and so on up to N conductor. N conductor, we are having the potential difference, that is Dn minus 1 to infinity. Okay, the distance between the A to N conductor is the Dn minus 1. Okay, the distance between A to N conductor is the Dn minus 1. Okay, that is Dn minus 1 to infinity in Qn. Okay, the charge of for that conductor N is the Qn. Okay, therefore integral Dn minus 1 to infinity Qn by 2 pi epsilon naught dx by x volts. Okay, so the overall potential difference between the conductor A and infinity distance neutral plane. Okay, therefore we sum these all the potential differences, okay, up to N. Therefore VAN, okay, therefore VAN is equal to integral R to infinity Q1 by 2 pi epsilon naught dx by x. Okay, this is the one potential difference for conductor A. Next, for conductor B, that potential due to the conductor B, the potential difference between A to B is the integral D1 to infinity Q2 by 2 pi epsilon naught dx by x. Okay, q2 by 2 pi epsilon naught dx by dx plus conductor C. Okay, the potential difference between the conductor A to C. Okay, between the conductor A to C, that is a Q integral d2 to infinity q3 by 2 pi epsilon naught dx by x plus and swan plus nth conductor. Okay, the potential difference between the conductor A to n, that is integral dn minus 1 to infinity dn minus 1 to infinity qn by 2 pi epsilon naught dx by x. Okay, qn by 2 pi epsilon naught dx by x. Okay, that is equal to the, therefore we simplify this equation and integrate the x. Okay, what is the integration for that? 1 by x, that is log x, and then apply the limits also, and then common the 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught. Okay, then we obtain 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught into q1 log e infinity minus log e r. Okay, r to infinity. Okay, upper limit minus lower limit. Okay, log e minus log e r. Okay, integration for of 1 by x is the log x, then substitute the limits, that is 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught q1 into log e infinity minus log e r plus q2 log e infinity minus log e d1 plus q3 log e infinity minus log e d3 plus and so on qn log e infinity minus log e dn minus 1. Okay, this is the integration for that 1 by x, and also substitute the upper and lower limits. Okay, then simplify this equation, then we obtain that is equal to 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught into q1 log e 1 by r plus q2 log e 1 by d1 plus q3 log e 1 by d2 plus and so on qn log n 1 by dn minus 1. Okay, dn minus 1. Okay, then assuming the balanced loads, that is q1 plus q2 plus q3 and so on, qn is equal to the 0. Okay, qn is equal to the 0. Then we obtain van is equal to 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught q1 log e 1 by r q2 log e 1 by d1 plus q3 log e 1 by d2 plus and so on qn log n 1 by dn minus 1 volts. Okay, this is the potential difference across the in between the conductor A to the nth conductor, in conductor A to the nth conductor. Okay, that is the potential difference between the single conductor, and also the potential difference between when the group of conductors are there. Okay, next coming to the capacitance of a single phase overhead line. Okay, what is the capacitance of a single phase overhead line? Okay, consider a single phase overhead line with two parallel conductors. Okay, we are taking the single phase overhead transmission line. It consists of a two parallel conductors. Okay, it consists of a two parallel conductors. Okay, each of radius is r meters. Okay, at a distance of d meters. Okay, the medium between these two conductors are the air. Okay, air as a dielectric medium in between these two conductors. Okay, that conductor radius is the r and the distance is the d meters. Okay, it is assumed that the distance d between the conductors is large in comparison to the radius of the conductor. Okay, the distance between the conductors, that means we are taking the two parallel conductors, the distance between that parallel conductors is large comparison to the radius of that conductor. Okay, comparison to the radius of that conductors. Okay, therefore the density of the charge on either conductors will be partially unaffected by charge on the other conductors. Okay, that is the main reason for taking the distances between these two conductors is more than the radius of the conductors. Okay, therefore a uniform distributed charge on a conductor acts as through it. Okay, therefore then we obtain the uniform distribution of a conductors. Okay, therefore, for the purpose of our present analysis, it is assumed that the charge plus q coulombs on a conductor A and minus q coulombs on conductor B. Okay, we are taking the two parallel conductors, therefore, conductor A and the conductor B. Okay, we are taking the plus q coulombs on the conductor A and minus q coulombs on the conductor B. Okay, are concentrated at a center of the two conductors, are concentrated at a center of the two conductors. Okay, which are separated from each other by diameters. Okay, which are separated from the each other by a diameters. Okay, these are the two conductors, that is the conductor A and conductor B. Okay, these are the two parallel conductors. Okay, that is the conductor A and the conductor B. Okay, the conductor A having the q coulombs and conductor B having the minus q coulombs. Okay, the conductor B having the minus q coulombs. Okay, the distance between these two conductors are the d meters. Okay, the distance between these two conductors are the d meters. Okay, the radius of that conductor A is the r and radius of this conductor is also the r. Okay, a conductor having the q coulombs and B conductor having the minus q coulombs. The B conductor having the minus q coulombs. Okay, this is the two parallel conductors A and the B. Okay, the distance between these two parallel conductors are the small d. Okay, the radius of that conductor A is the r and charge is the q coulombs, and the radius of that B conductor is the r and charge is the minus q coulombs, and charge is the minus q coulombs. Okay, therefore the potential difference between conductor A and neutral infinity plane, therefore VAN is equal to integral r to infinity. Only we are having the two conductors. Okay, integral r to infinity q by 2 pi epsilon naught d by dx plus integral d to infinity. Why we are taking integral d to infinity? That means the distance between A to B conductor is the d. Okay, in the previous derivation, we are having the n number of conductors. That's why we are taking the up to n point, we are adding the potential difference. Okay, in this case, we are taking only two parallel conductors. Only we are taking two parallel conductors. Okay, that two conductors are displaced at a distance of d meters. Okay, the distance between conductor A and the conductor B is the d meters. Okay, that's why the potential difference between the conductor A and neutral infinity plane, that is VAN, is equal to the integral r to infinity q by 2 pi epsilon naught d by dx plus d to infinity minus q. Okay, B conductor having a charge of minus q coulombs. That's why we are taking as minus q. Okay, minus q 2 pi epsilon naught dx by x. D by dx. Okay, d by dx. Okay, then integrate this term, that is log x, and then apply the limits, then simplify this equation, that is q by 2 pi epsilon naught log e d by r. Therefore VAN is equal to the q by 2 pi epsilon naught log e d by r. Okay, this is the potential difference between the conductor A and the B. Okay, conductor A and the neutral point. A and the neutral point. VAN is equal to Q by 2 pi epsilon naught log E d by R. Okay, similarly, the potential difference between the conductor B and a neutral point, that is the VBN. Okay, similarly, we calculate the VBN. VBN is equal to integral R to infinity. Okay, the radius of B conductor is also R. Okay, we are taking the VBN, that's why we are integrating the terms, that is R to infinity minus Q by 2 pi epsilon naught dx by x. Okay, plus d to infinity. Okay, the distance between conductor A to B or B to A is the d. Okay, the distance between the conductor B to A is also d. Okay, that's why we are taking as integral d to infinity q by 2 pi epsilon naught dx by x. Okay, q by 2 pi epsilon naught dx by x. Okay, that is equal to minus q by 2 pi epsilon naught log e d by r. Okay, then integrating this term and substitute that limits, then we obtain, that is VBN is equal to minus q by 2 pi epsilon naught log e d by r. Okay, that is minus q by 2 pi epsilon naught log e d by r. Okay, this is the potential difference of the conductor B to the neutral point. Okay, then we calculate the potential difference between the conductor A and the B. Okay, we already calculate the potential difference between A to neutral point and also B to neutral point. Okay, then we calculate the potential difference between the conductors A and the B. Okay, then we calculate the potential difference between the conductors A and the B, that is VAB is equal to the VAN minus VBN. VAB is equal to the VAN minus VBN. Okay, that is equal to Q by 2 pi epsilon naught log E d by R. VAN is equal to Q by 2 pi epsilon naught log E d by R minus VBN. Okay, what is the VBN? That is minus Q by 2 pi epsilon naught log E d by R. Okay, minus Q by 2 pi epsilon naught log E d by R. Okay, that is equal to the, after subtracting these two equations, then we obtain Q by pi epsilon naught log E d by R. Okay, that is equal to Q by, okay, Q by pi epsilon naught log E d by R volts. Okay, log E d by R volts. This is the potential difference between the conductor A to B. Okay, this is the potential difference between the conductor A to B. Okay, next we calculate the capacitance of a line. Okay, next we calculate the capacitance of a line. Okay, what is the definition for that capacitance? How we will calculate the capacitance? That is Q by VAB. That is capacitance. It is the ratio of charge to the potential difference. Okay, it is the ratio of charge to the potential difference. Okay, therefore the capacitance C is equal to the capacitance C is equal to the Q by VAB. Okay, therefore the capacitance C is equal to the Q by VAB. Okay, then that is equal to Q by, what is that VAB? VAB is the, okay, VAB is the potential difference between the conductors A to B. Okay, VAB is the potential difference between the conductors A to B. Okay, then then simplify this equation, that is equal to pi epsilon naught log E d by R. Therefore, the capacitance of a line that is equal to the pi epsilon naught log E d by R. Therefore, C capacitance is equal to the pi epsilon naught log E by d by R. Okay, epsilon naught is the constant value. Epsilon r is the relative permeability, and epsilon r will be depending upon the usage of that material. Okay, log E d by R. Log E d by R. What is the D? D is the distance between the conductor A to B. Okay, epsilon naught is the constant value, and log E d by R. D is the distance between the conductors A to B. Okay, this is the D. The distance between these two conductors are the D. Okay, then log E d by R. R is the radius of that conductor. Okay, R is the radius of that conductor. Therefore, the capacitance C is equal to the pi epsilon naught. Okay, pi epsilon naught log E d by R. Pi epsilon naught log E d by R. Okay, this is the capacitance of a single phase line. Okay, this is the capacitance of a single phase line. Okay, first we are calculating the capacitance of a single phase line. First of all, we observe the what is the potential difference for that line of a conductor. Okay, first we observe the potential difference at a charged single phase conductor. We are taking the one single conductor A. Okay, of radius r meters, and we are taking the x meter distance from the center point. We are pointing that that is p, and the radius of this conductor is the r. Okay, we are having the q coulombs, a conductor having the q coulombs. Okay, then the potential difference for that conductor A, VA is equal to integral r to infinity q by 2 pi epsilon naught dx by x. Okay, next group of conductors are there. Okay, what is the potential difference between this group of conductors that will be affected by this conductor A? Okay, therefore we calculate VAN. Okay, therefore we calculate VAN. First we calculate that up to n point, the potential difference is dn minus 1 to infinity qn by 2 pi epsilon naught dx by x. Okay, after that we calculate the VAN, and by addition of this all the potential differences, this is the conductor A itself potential difference, and this is the conductor B. Due to that conductor B, some potential difference is obtained in the conductor A, and this is the potential difference across the conductor C. Some potential difference is obtained due to the this conductor C, and up to n point there is a some potential difference between the conductor N to the A. Okay, after simplify this equation, we obtain the 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught q1 log E 1 by R, q2 log E 1 by d1, q3 log E 1 by d2 plus and so on, qn log E 1 by dn minus 1 plus log E infinity q1, q2, q3 plus and so on qn. Okay, we common the log E alpha, then we substitute assuming the balanced conditions q1 plus q2 plus q3 plus and so on qn is equal to 0. Therefore, log 0 is equal to the 1. Okay. Then we obtain VAN is equal to 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught q1 log E 1 by R plus q2 log E 1 by d1 plus q3 log E 1 by d2 plus and so on plus qn log E 1 by dn minus 1. Okay, this is the potential difference across the conductor A. Only in that we are having the n number of conductors. Okay, this is the potential difference up to conductor A to the neutral point. Okay, by using these potential differences, we calculate the capacitance of a single phase overhead line. Okay, capacitance means the two parallel conductors or two parallel plates. Okay, capacitance means the two parallel plates. Okay, in that we are considering the A and B parallel conductors. Okay, in that we are considering the A and B are the parallel conductors. Okay, then A and B are the parallel conductors. Then the distance between these two parallel conductors are the d meters. Okay, the distance between these two parallel conductors are the d meters. Okay, the conductor A having the radius of r meters and conductor B having a radius of r meters. Okay, having a radius of r meters. Okay, the conductor A having the charge of q coulombs and B having a charging of minus q coulombs. Okay, this is the parallel conductors. Okay, that parallel conductors are displaced at a distance of d meters. Okay, the parallel conductors are displaced at a distance of d meters. Okay, of the charges of q and the minus q of radiuses of r meters. Okay, then what is the potential difference between these two conductors? That will be calculated. After that we calculate the capacitance value. Okay, why? Because we are calculating the potential difference. The formula for that capacitance is the charge per coulomb by charge per coulomb by potential difference. That means the q by v. Okay, the capacitance, the formula for that capacitance C is equal to the q by v. Okay, normally the capacitance C is equal to the q by v. V means the potential difference between these A and B conductors. Okay, V means the potential difference between A and B conductors. Okay, then we calculate the overall capacitance of these two parallel conductors. Okay, capacitance means the two parallel plates. Okay, first we calculate the potential difference between these two A and B conductors by using the previous derivations. Okay, by using the previous derivation, we derive the potential difference between these two conductors A and B. Okay. First we calculate the potential difference of that conductor A, that is VAN is equal to integral R to infinity. Okay, the radius of that conductor is the R, that is Q by 2 pi epsilon naught d dx d by dx plus, okay, the distance between the conductor A to the B is d meters. Okay, that's why we are taking d to infinity. Okay, the charging for the conductor B is the minus q coulombs. Okay, minus q by 2 pi epsilon naught d by dx. Okay, d by dx. Okay, then integrating with respect to the x and then substitute the limits, then we obtain q by 2 pi epsilon naught log e d by r. Okay, similarly we calculate the potential difference of conductor B and the neutral point. Okay, that is VBN. Okay, that is VBN. Okay, after that we calculate the VAB. Okay, the formula for that VAB is equal to the VAN minus VBN. Okay, the formula for that VAB. VAB means the potential difference between the conductor A to B. Okay, the potential difference between the conductor A to B. VAN means the potential difference of the conductor A to neutral point. Okay, VBN means the potential difference for conductor B to neutral point. Okay, we subtract VAN minus VBN, then we obtain the potential difference between the conductor A to B. Between the conductor A to B, that is VAB. Okay, after obtaining this VAB, we calculate the capacitance C. Okay, the normal formula for that capacitance C is equal to the Q by V, where Q is the charge. Q by V. Okay, we are taking the two parallel conductors. That means we are taking as VAB. Okay, that parallel conductors are named as A and B. Okay, therefore VAB. Then capacitance C is equal to the Q by VAB. Okay, this is the total capacitance of a single phase overhead transmission line. Okay, therefore C is equal to the pi epsilon naught log E d by R. Okay, pi epsilon naught log E d by R. Okay, this pi naught epsilon naught will be depending upon the conductor material or the parallel plates of the conductors or the conductors in the overhead transmission line. Okay, the epsilon naught will be depending upon the conductor usage of conductor materials. Okay, usage of conductor materials. Okay, that will be fixed for that material. Okay, and then D is the distance between the conductor A to B. Okay, in this formula, the distance D is the distance between the conductor A to B. Okay, and R is the radius of that conductor. Okay, and R is the radius of that conductor. Okay, this is the capacitance between two conductors. Okay, this is the overall capacitance between these two conductors. Okay, the capacitance for each conductor in phase to neutral will be double of these values. Okay, and then we calculate the capacitance for that each conductor, that is the phase to neutral, that will be obtained by double of these values. Okay, by double of these values we obtain the capacitance of each conductor, that is the Cn. Okay, that is the Cn. Okay, this is the capacitance of a single phase overhead transmission line. Okay, next we calculate the capacitance of a three-phase overhead line. Okay, in the single-phase transmission line and three-phase transmission line, we are changing the capacitance values. Why? Because we are changing the capacitance values means that in the single-phase line, we are taking the only two parallel plates, that is the phase line and the neutral line. Okay, in the three-phase system or the three-phase overhead transmission systems, we are using the three phases and one neutral line, that is R phase, Y phase, B phase and neutral point. We are having the capacitance so in between the each phase to the neutral point. Okay, we are affecting the capacitance in between the each phase to the neutral point, that is R phase to the neutral point, that is Y phase to the neutral point and also B phase to the neutral point. Okay, then we calculate the capacitances for that each and every phase of a overhead transmission line in the case of a three-phase transmission systems. Okay, this is the overall capacitance calculations in the transmission line parameters. Okay, in the previous classes we already discussing about the inductance and the resistance of a overhead transmission lines, and also we solve the sum of the problems that will be related to the inductance of a overhead transmission lines. Okay, same as that of in this case, that is the in the capacitance case, in the single phase capacitance calculations, we are having the sum of the related problems are there. In that problems we are using the capacitance C is equal to the pi epsilon naught log E d by R. Okay, this is the single phase capacitance value formula. Okay, in the three phase system or the three phase overhead transmission line, there is another formula for that phase to neutral point, that is the VRN, VBN, VYN. Okay, we are having the different capacitance formulas in between the each and every phase to the neutral point. Okay, by using these different formulas, we derive the capacitance values for the three-phase overhead transmission lines. Okay, three-phase overhead transmission lines. Okay, normally the formula for that capacitance is the Q by V. Q is the charge, V is the voltage or a potential difference. Okay, that's why we are calculating the first we calculating the potential difference between the conductors. Okay, after that we calculate the capacitance value C. Okay, after that we calculate the capacitance value C, that is C is equal to the Q by VAB. Okay, therefore C is equal to the Q by VAB. Okay, formulas గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. C is equal to pi epsilon naught log E D by R. Okay, this is the capacitance of a single phase overhead transmission line. Okay, where the epsilon naught will be dependent